This is called a support for and against unhelpful thought table. It's a cognitive behavioral strategy to help with restructuring people's unhelpful thinking. So the first thing you're going to want to do is identify a unhelpful thought that your client has. So let's say they have this unhelpful thought, I'm a bad mom. Then ask them to rate how much they believe this unhelpful thought on a scale from 1 to 100. And let's say they think it's maybe like a 70 that they're a bad mom. Down here, you're going to want to write that same thing. And then you're going to start with facts for unhelpful thoughts. You always want to start with facts for, because remember that it's very important to end sessions and the learning with positivity and realistic views. So we always want to start with things that are a problem, that we don't like, and then end with what's going well, what they're good at. So start with the facts for unhelpful thought first, okay? And they might need help with this. You might have to cue them. But let's say your client says one of the facts for their unhelpful thought is they forgot to pack their child's lunch. Okay. Now, is that a fact? Is that a known fact that if you forget to pack your child's lunch, you're a bad mom? Is that always true? And that's usually what I'll tell them about. And they'll be like, oh, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm a bad mom, right? What facts do you have that you're a bad mom? Did you do something intentionally cruel to your child? Did you, so it's hard for sometimes for our clients to really state why they feel like they're a bad mom. They just have this feeling. It's just a feeling that they have. And that's why we want to look for these facts. So after going through some more, maybe they'll say, well, I did forget to pick Johnny up the other day. And then I might say something like, yeah, but didn't he just call and you went and got him? She'll say, yeah, so are you a bad parent? I mean, you picked him up, right? You didn't intentionally do anything cruel to that child. So then now that we have found out that we don't have any facts for this unhelpful thought, and sometimes there will be, like one thing that they can identify, but generally it's really hard for people to find anything that actually supports this unhelpful thought that they're having. So facts against unhelpful thought. Your children have never said you are a bad mom. Your friends have never said this. And then I might continue to cue them. Does your husband say you're a bad mom? And they'll say, no, he thinks I'm a great mom. What about any other peers or people you meet in the community? Have any of them ever told you that you're a bad mom? And they'll probably say, no, actually the teacher was telling me what a good mom I was. Oh, so the teacher actually went out of her way to tell you what a good mother you are. Okay. What else? What else makes you a good mom? What other evidence do you have for this? Well, I got them signed up for soccer. I tuck them into bed every night. What else do you have? I mean, do you provide shelter and food and clothing? Yes, you provide all the basics that you have to. So you can continue to do this exercise for longer. Usually I'll do it for about this long. Maybe I'll add a couple more and I'll say, so looking at these two charts next to each other, these facts for unhelpful thoughts and these facts against this unhelpful thought, we don't have any facts over here that say that you're a bad mom, but we have a lot of facts over here against that thinking that you're a bad mom. So, because remember, feelings aren't facts, and we're only putting facts in this table. So after looking at these two, where are you now on this scale? How much do you believe this unhelpful thought that I'm a bad mom? And they usually come all the way down to, they might even say something like a 10%. I only 10% believe it. So again, just comparing and contrasting. So before they had this thought, after they looked for evidence and really assessed the situation more realistically, they came further down. So just another way for us to get facts to start to change people's thinking.